If you're thinking about upgrading to the iPhone 18 Pro this year, you might want to pause because the real game changer could arrive in 2027. Multiple reports and leaks suggest Apple is planning something massive for the iPhone's 20th anniversary. And if even half of these rumors are true, the 2027 iPhone Pro could make the iPhone 18 Pro feel like a small, in-between upgrade. So, in this video, we're breaking down why the iPhone 2027 model Apple's rumored 20th anniversary iPhone could be the one worth waiting for, and why the iPhone 18 Pro might end up being remembered like the iPhone 8, a solid phone that got instantly overshadowed by a major redesign. Let's talk about the rumored features, the expected design revolution, the camera upgrades, battery leap, and the new performance tech that could define the next era of iPhone. First, here's the big context. Apple's yearly iPhone updates are often iterative. Better chip, slightly improved camera, maybe a new color, maybe a display tweak. Upgrades, but not always must-upgrade changes. That's why a lot of analysts think the iPhone 18 Pro will be a refinement year, not a reinvention year. But 2027, that's a milestone year, and Apple has a history of going big on milestones. The iPhone X completely reshaped the iPhone's identity, and the latest leaks suggest Apple wants to do something similarly dramatic for the iPhone's 20th anniversary. Here are the biggest rumored reasons the 2027 iPhone Pro could be the upgrade you'll actually want to wait for. Reason number 1, a near bezel, curved glass slab design. 4 years Apple design. Fans have talked about the dream iPhone, basically a single sheet of glass, where the display feels infinite and the hardware disappears. Leaks suggest Apple could push closer to that vision in 2027 with a curved display design, potentially curving on all 4 edges. If that happens, the visible bezels could shrink to almost nothing. The phone could look like it's all screen from every angle, giving it a futuristic, premium feel that immediately separates it from anything before it. And if Apple pairs that hardware with an interface designed to visually blend into the edges, think translucent UI elements, depth, reflections, and a more glass-like aesthetics, the entire phone could feel like a new product category, even if it's still just an iPhone. That's the kind of redesign that makes last year's model feel old overnight. Reason number 2, haptic, solid-state buttons instead of physical clicky buttons. This rumor has been floating around for a long time. Apple replacing mechanical side buttons with haptic ones. Instead of moving buttons that physically press down, you'd get solid-state zones along the frame that simulate a click using vibration feedback, similar to how older iPhones used a non-move home button with the haptic engine. If the 2027 iPhone really goes for curved glass edges, that design could make haptic buttons feel more natural and more seamless. No gaps, no cutouts, no places for dust and lint to collect, just smooth edges with a press sensation when you squeeze or tap the button area. And if Apple upgrades the haptic engine again, the simulated clicks could feel incredibly precise, different responses for volume, action, camera, shutter, and more. This is the type of change that sounds small until you hold it in your hand. It can make the device feel more futuristic and more premium in daily use. Reason number 3, Apple's most immersive display ever, potentially with under-display Face ID. One of the biggest distractions on modern iPhones is still the top cutout area. Whether you love or hate the dynamic island concept, it's still a visible interruption in what could otherwise be a clean, uninterrupted display. The 2027 iPhone leak suggests Apple could finally move Face ID sensors, and possibly even the front camera, under the display. If Apple pulls that off, you could get a truly uninterrupted screen. No notch, no island, no black shape cutting into your content. Just full-screen video, full-screen gaming, and a cleaner look across every app. Now, under-display Face ID isn't easy. The sensors have to work reliably through the display, across different lighting conditions, and with Apple-level security expectations. If Apple can't fully solve it by 2027, some reports suggest we might still see a smaller cutout as a compromise. But even a reduced dynamic island would be a step forward. And if Apple nails full under-display Face ID, that's a headline feature that instantly makes the 2027 iPhone feel like the next era. Also rumored, a thinner, more efficient OLED panel, meaning brighter visuals and lower power usage. If Apple improves brightness while cutting power draw, you're looking at a display upgrade that helps both performance and battery life at the same time. Reason number 4, a huge battery jump, possibly up to 6,000 mAh. Battery life is one of the most important real-world features. People don't just want speed, they want endurance. And the leaks suggest the 2027 iPhone Pro could push battery capacity toward the 6,000 mAh range. That's a big deal. Even if Apple doesn't advertise the number on stage, the impact would be obvious. Longer screen on time, better travel performance, less anxiety, and more headroom for AI features, high brightness displays, and heavy camera use. And there's another interesting rumor here. Apple experimenting with silicon anode battery technology. If Apple can increase energy density without making the battery physically larger, that could mean more battery life without adding bulk. Or it could mean similar battery life in a thinner device. Either way, it's a win. This is the kind of upgrade you feel every day, not just in benchmarks. Reason number 5. Reverse wireless charging. Finally, reverse wireless charging has been common on other flagship phones for years. It lets you place accessories like wireless earbuds on the back of your phone to top them up. Leaks suggest the 2027 iPhone Pro might finally bring reverse wireless charging in a meaningful way, especially for accessories like AirPods, or maybe even a future Apple accessory ecosystem designed around it. Imagine you're out, your AirPods are dying, and you don't have a charger. You just drop them on the back of your iPhone for a quick boost. It's not a feature everyone uses daily, but when you need it, it feels like magic. And if Apple is serious about building an iPhone that's more of a hub device, powering and connecting everything around your reverse wireless charging fits perfectly. Reason number 6. A major camera leap with a custom fix sensor for better HDR photos. Apple already dominates smartphone video for many creators, and iPhone photos are consistently praised for their balance and reliability. But the 2027 leaks suggest Apple could introduce a custom camera sensor using haptic technology, short for lateral overflow integration capacitor. Here's why that matters in real life. HDR. In tough lighting, bright skies, harsh sunlight, night scenes with neon signs, phones struggle to capture detail in both highlights and shadows. You either blow out the sky or crush the shadows into noise. Low-fix style sensor tech can help each pixel handle different light intensities more effectively, which means better highlight control, better shadow detail, and more natural HDR without that overprocessed look. So, instead of a smartphone HDR effect, you could get photos that look closer to what your eyes saw, balanced, detailed, and realistic. If Apple brings this to the iPhone 2027 Pro, expect marketing like next-generation HDR, pro-level dynamic range, and more true-to-life photos. And for once, it could actually be a major leap, not a minor tune. Up. Reason number 7. A21 Pro power, possibly 2 nanometers again, plus HBM memory for faster AI. Of course, Apple will upgrade the chip, but the leak is more interesting than it's faster. The 2027 iPhone Pro is expected to use the A21 Pro, and reports suggest Apple could pair it with mobile high bandwidth memory, or HBM. HBM matters because it can dramatically increase memory bandwidth, how fast data moves between RAM and the CPU/GPU. That improves graphics performance, heavy multitasking, and most importantly right now, device AI. And that's the key. And device AI is the future of smartphones. Apple is clearly pushing in that direction, and better memory bandwidth means faster AI tasks with less battery drain. Things like real-time translation, advanced photo processing, generative tools, smarter Siri-like assistants, and offline AI features could run smoother and more efficiently. So instead of AI being a Apple could build a phone where AI feels instant and practical. And one more major piece. Apple's in-house modem. Leak suggests Apple wants to rely less on Qualcomm and more on its own modem technology. The benefits could be real: better efficiency, tighter hardware-software integration, and improved battery life, especially on cellular. If Apple's modem performance catches up and surpasses current options by 2027, this could be one of those invisible upgrades you feel all day. Better signal management, better power efficiency, and smoother connectivity. Now the big question everyone asks: will the 2027 iPhone Pro be insanely expensive? A lot of people hear 20th anniversary iPhone and assume Apple will launch a new ultra-premium tier with a massive price jump. But some rumors suggest the anniversary model might still sit within the Pro tier, meaning it could replace the Pro model's position, rather than becoming a new super tier. That doesn't guarantee it'll be cheap. Apple could still raise prices, but if Apple also has other expensive products in the lineup like a foldable iPhone Ultra rumored to be around the $2,000 range, Apple may want to keep clear spacing between models.